So guys, welcome to our new channel. As you all know that we are very interested in reading books and multiple stories, but nowadays our generation is so smart that we don't want to read by ourselves. So here I am, your friend. I will read for you every story, every book I will read, I will post for you guys, and you just have to sit anywhere, plug in your earphones or whatever you have, and just listen and chill. Whenever you want to read, I am your reader and you have to just listen me. And today we will start with our first book, which is the rudest book ever. And so keep enjoying the video. It's basically it's an audio, but I am posting it as a video form, so just listen and enjoy it. And here it goes, and I will tell you more about the book in further video. So let's start. So guys, we are going to start with our first chapter of the book, which is You Are a Product. So the chapter is pretty big and it has many headings, but I will try to sort it down for you all. A particular video we will cover the whole chapter, but in parts, because if I will try to complete the whole chapter in one reading, so it will be a long video and you will find it boring. So we will complete two headings in this video, and then I will decide the another headings accordingly. Okay, so now what I will say is, according to the book, everything basically this book is a first person narration. The author is directly talking to you, so the word I, we, you is used in the language. So let's start off with the first chapter, You Are a Product. Hey buddy, how are you doing? Aren't you glad that you bought this book? Well, we are going to go on a journey together, and as long as you are reading this book, I will be your friend. This book is about insanely practical ideas to free you from all bullshits. Let me start by saying this. A lot of this was supposed to be your parents' job. I am not gonna say anything bad about your parents. All I am saying is, if people were products, then what we see around us are really city ones. So, clearly, parents are royally fucking up their jobs. Let me give you an introduction of the world you have been thrown into. The world doesn't give a flying fuck about you. This world is place full of people that will come in the form of friends, lovers, and well-wishers, in the form of emotional adversaries, neatly packed dreams, and aspirational lollipops, in the form of saviors, fixers, and salespersons. We are gonna talk about them all. Anyway, when the time comes, a lot of them will talk completely advantage of you, rid you of your emotional innocence, and turn your world upside down. It will most definitely happen. History tells you that. No matter who you are or what you do, rich, talented, genius, pretty, strong, powerful, polite, kind, or careful. So, do you feel prepared? Let's start with you. You are a product. You are a product with hope attached to it. What does that mean? It means that one day you are meant to become this awesome functional unit capable of choosing jobs, career, relationships, environments, and economics on your own violations. That's the hope. The better the choices, the better the product you are. That's the simple law on the basis of which the world judges you. So here a few things about you. A person is not born ready. A person has to be made ready. The person is emotional in nature. The person does not know how to learn in the beginning. It knows how to absorb, which means it learns whatever it absorbs from its surrounding. I am talking about when you were a kid. The person has to learn how to learn. The person can think but does not know how to think, which is why it cannot learn how to learn. This may be confusing, but it will become clear later in the book. A person's emotional response to different experiences create interpretations of those experiences, which the person assumes to be true. Therefore, emotional responses become one of the earliest teacher of the person. Emotional responses is a garbage teacher because as a kid, the emotional intelligence is underdeveloped. because the person learns by absorption. The parents and the surrounding becomes the other teachers. Instead of teaching the person how to think, parents and surrounding teaches what to think, thereby becoming the terrible teachers themselves. Teaching what to think stop the product from learning how to think and silent, and since the person doesn't learn how to think, it grows up to be confused and clueless regarding how to deal with this world. In conclusion, the product is very likely to be screwed. So here comes our first heading, which is nobody is born an idiot. You may have said this on many occasions in your life. People are fucking idiots. But nobody is born an idiot. We unknowingly choose to be idiots because we were not taught the mythology of how to think. When devoid of this knowledge, people unconsciously viewed what they have learned from parents, surroundings, and emotional responses as factual learnings. As you grow older and life becomes harder, without the ability of how to think, one naturally falls back on what one knows, which strengthens these factual learning even more, so much so that at certain age they can become unchangeable ideas, bases, prejudice, and practices that the individual can no longer abandon. Now you may think, what the fuck is he telling about? Factual learning? How to think? What to think? Here is an example. Imagine growing up in a place where you only interact with the people of one group. Now also imagine this group of people having a very strict single belief system, strict ideology and strict doctrines on mortality, how to live your life, what's decent and what's not. Now on top of that, also imagine that they have notions which are not so kind about people of other groups, on other belief systems, or even about women. When you teach the children to think exactly that, it would be called teaching somebody what to think makes sense. If you were growing up with such teachings, those would be called factual learnings because they may appear factual to you but aren't necessarily so. They are based on fear and ignorance. So, with time, when they are not corrected by verifications, these factual learnings become factual truths to people. Factual truths means they are incontestable to those who believe them, and they mostly probably will die by them. And once you believe something that strongly, you become its avid defender. Once we become defenders, we become groups. Once we become groups, we disagree with other groups and fight and vote and celebrate and denigrate and behave of whichever ideas align most consciously to our factual truths. So that's all in today's video. We will cover our next topics of the same chapter in another videos, and I will try to post the. And if you like the video, so hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and if you want to hear about any other books, stories, so comment below and I will do my best to fulfill your demands. And that's all in first part, and see you in the next part of the chapter.